The moon continues the Dawood translation of Al-Quran. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful, the hour of doom is drawing near, and the moon is cleft in two. Yet when they see a sign, the unbelievers turn their backs and say, "Ingenuous sorcery." Now, some people accepted Islam because they heard in the Chinese chronicles and other sources about this weird thing where they saw the moon in two pieces. There are other meanings and stuff that we can connect to. The Quraysh, their flag was a moon. Islam doesn't have moons and suns and stars and stuff on its flags, but don't want to make the comment longer than the chapter, right? They deny the truth and follow their own fancies, but in the end all issues shall be laid to rest. Cautionary tales, profound in wisdom, have been narrated to them, but warnings are unavailing. Let them be the day the crier summons them to the dread account. They shall come out from their graves with downcast eyes and rush towards him like swarming locusts. The unbelievers will cry, "This is indeed a woeful day." Long before them the people of Noah disbelieved. They disbelieved our servant and called him madman, rejected and contemned. He cried out, saying, "Help me, Lord, I am overcome." We opened the gates of heaven with pouring rain and caused the earth to burst with gushing springs, so that the waters met for a predestined end. We carried him in a vessel built with planks and nails, which drifted on under our eyes, a recompense for him who has been disbelieved. This we have left as a sign, but will any take heed? How grievous was my scourge, and how clear my warning? We have made Al-Quran easy to remember, but will any take heed? Now we find that Al-Quran is memorized more than even smaller scriptures. On to did not believe how grievous was my scourge and how clear my warning. On a day of unremitting woe, we let loose on them a howling wind, which snatched them off like trunks of uprooted palm trees. How grievous was my scourge and how clear my warning. We have made Al-Quran easy to remember, but will any take heed? And I am including in that different versions of the Bhagavad Gita, different versions of the Bible, taken collectively rather than the Quran, which all the groups agree and are, you can even take individual dialects and still beat out some of these things in terms of that. The mood to disbelieve our warnings. They said, "Are we to follow a mortal who stands alone among us? And that would surely be error and madness. Did he alone among us receive this warning? He is indeed a foolish liar." To him we said, "Tomorrow they shall know who is the foolish liar. We are sending to them the she-camel, that we may put them to the proof. Observe them closely and have patience. Tell them that they must share their drink with her, and that for every draught they must attend in person." They called their friend who took a knife and slew her. How grievous was my scourge and how clear my warning. A single cry was heard, and they became like the dried twigs of the sheepfold builder. We have made Al-Quran easy to remember, but will any take heed? And see, it's not just that you learn it, that you practice it. The 6 rights of the Quran, it's believed, it's practiced, it's learned, it's understood, it's preached, it's experienced. The people of Lot disbelieved our warnings. We let loose on them a stone-charged whirlwind, which destroyed them all, except the house of Lot, whom we saved at dawn through our mercy. Thus do we reward the thankful. Lot had warned them of our punishment, but they doubted his warnings. They demanded his guests of him We put out their sight and said, taste my punishment, now that you have scorned my warning. And at daybreak, a heavy scourge overtook them. Taste my punishment, now that you have scorned my warning. We have made Al-Quran easy to remember, but will any take heed? And some of the patterns and stuff make it easier to remember to even people who don't believe it, I would say. But of course, when the belief is behind it, that makes it easier. To Pharaoh's people also came the warnings, but they disbelieved all our signs, and we smote them with the scourge of the mighty one, the all-powerful. Are your unbelievers better men than these? Or are you given immunity in the scriptures? Do they say we are a victorious army? Their army shall be routed and put to flight. The hour of doom is their appointed time. More calamitous and more doleful shall that hour be than all their worldly trials. Yet the wrongdoers persist in error and madness on that day when they are dragged into the fire with faces downward. We shall say to them, feel the touch of hell. We have surely made all things according to a fixed decree. We command but once, our will is done in the twinkling of an eye. We have destroyed many, a nation like yourselves. Will you not take warning? All their deeds are in their books. Every action, small or great, is noted down. The righteous shall dwell in gardens, watered by running brooks, honorably seated in the presence of a mighty king.